South Africa, a place of hope and perseverance, home to golden beaches, majestic wildlife, and beautiful oceans. Unfortunately, South Africa is also one of the biggest contributors towards the world's waste problems. It is for this reason, in 1990, during a time where our country was going through great change in itself, and a time where people were starting to look after each other, and the idea of paying it forward was born, a struggling entrepreneur built a legacy by cleaning up our country's waste, one township at a time, helping the less fortunate and building a business at the same time, contributing to the birth of Genso through a small company called SA Waste Management. Genso has now grown into a group that is a powerhouse in the waste and cleaning industry. And for over 30 years, it has become a gold standard in all your waste and building management needs.
Genso started out of my dad's desperation, I think, more than anything else. They always say desperation breeds creativity, and he had 2 kids to take care of and a home and a family.
And I didn't have a job, so I had to start doing something. Looked around in the market in Johannesburg and started a waste business in terms of management with a borrowed 1-ton vehicle from a friend and a self-built trailer which myself and a friend built from scratch. So yeah, we started humble beginnings.
So from a bakkie and a trailer to over 50 vehicles, and also moved out of just waste collection and into different things like cleaning, pest control, hygiene services. So just grew organically into different industries.
It came from demand from our clients, especially our corporate clients. Okay, between doing waste all along, and then you'd get to a client and the client would say, listen, I've got a problem with my cleaning company, you guys do cleaning. And we, oh well, that's maybe an opportunity for us. So we branched into cleaning. That specific subsidiary is already 12 years old, so come a long way.
Why waste? Well, basically it's a necessity, is it not? Where there's muck, there's brass, they told me from when I was young. That's where I saw the market opportunity in Johannesburg at the time, and there was no particular science behind it. I didn't go and study it, and I didn't get any advice. I just thought, heck, that could possibly work, because there seemed to have been a bit of a market gap. I'm passionate about people and bringing people up and making them succeed, and they help me succeed. I can't do this all on my own. I'm surrounded by good people that guide me. My children is obviously important. I've got 2, my daughter and my son. They both work in the company, but I've got lots of other adopted children as well. Catherine Mohamotsi, David Kopa, and a lot of other young people. And the legacy is to give them a start in life. None of them, including myself, had a good, really comfortable start in life. We had to create our own smoke.
So when I started with the company back in 2007, I was actually just like a runner. I don't even know what to call that position. So that's somebody that basically does everything for everybody else. So I went from that to reception, and then I went from reception to working with operations. So I became like an ops admin, and then I went from there to marketing. I was in marketing for a few years, and then that's when OzoClean came to the party.
We'd like to obviously do a heck of a lot more in terms of waste recycling. We're in a throwaway society, I think everybody knows that. We've become used to just tossing and getting new. Sustainability, I think everybody's waking up to it, but South Africa is lagging behind in committing to reuse, recycle. Europe is hundreds of miles ahead of us in time-wise, but South Africa is fast catching up.
We do care a lot about the environment, hence the reason we choose the type of chemicals that we use, because we use green chemicals, we use enzyme-based chemicals, just to try and run away from anything that is harmful to the environment. No, we're not trying to do that. So yeah, we do try to go as green as possible.
We're always looking for different ways and more efficient ways of doing things, whether it's in the waste industry, An REL, the rear end loader, was 20 years ago, 30 years ago was, well, what's that? Well, that's what we used. It was the most effective and most efficient way. The same with rotor wash. It is maximum utilization. It's clever cleaning. It does what you need it to do. Those are manikini, steam cleaning, steam power, no chemicals. That's for me. That's the future. I mean, that's why we go to expos and shows, and there are things in other places in other parts of the world that we in South Africa don't know about, and we all sit here and think everything is hunky-dory because we're used to doing it in a certain way, but actually there are a lot more efficient, more intelligent ways of cleaning or eradicating pests or anything. We're always looking for innovation and the next step forward.
The clients is they know who we are. The fact that we've backed it with the experience of 30 years, okay, shows that. We are hyped on service.
Service is everything, service above everything else. Doesn't matter if I have to jump in a truck myself and go and do a service for a client, the client comes first. So from that's just the company ethos, and customers enjoyed that service, they enjoyed dealing with us, and when they have a problem they pick up the phone and say, listen, I have a problem, and we sort it out.
So OzoClean and Genso are still going to be in a relationship for a long time. We're trying to bring new ways of doing things as opposed to the old traditional ways of cleaning where you just see bodies everywhere. You've got a lot of people on site. We're trying to run away from that and focus more on outcome-based cleaning.
We don't donate money to silly funds to make ourselves feel better. We rather uplift our own staff that have worked for us for a couple of years and the people that are keen. We help people buy houses, people that have worked for us for a long time. We give them cars that have come out of the fleet instead of selling them. We'd rather give it to them and get them on their feet, and it adds value to their lives.
Because it's based around a family dynamic, you become part of the team. There is no hierarchy in essence. Everybody is allowed to go directly to the CEO if they've got any personal issues or any issues that might affect them and their productivity around across. There is no hierarchy to say that this person reports to that one reports to that one, where the guys on the ground don't have are not in touch with the senior management. So there's always an open door policy around the board.
Genso in 30 years, I think, is going to be very much like it is now. I don't think, as a company, we're not purely driven by profits and margins and things like that. For us, it's mostly about the people and the people that we work for, and growing other people through our own successes and their successes. And it would be, in time to come, I think, a great honor to have my children and Dirk's children and David's children and Catherine's children sort of all muddled up in what this is all about.
I would definitely recommend Genso to everybody and anybody that owns a building, because basically Genso is your one-stop shop. So all your building needs will be taken care of, one shot. You only speak to one person and everything else is sorted out. You don't have to be communicating with different people for your building needs, no. One person and it's all done, as easy as that.
I've learned a lot in this company. I've learned a lot, especially with my boss. I don't want to lie to you. He's a hard worker, go-getter. I've learned a lot from him. So that is why I said with Genso, I've learned a lot.
No, for my side, I'm happy. I ask something, they say, no problem. We'll speak with the boss, then no problem.
When I first came in here, I knew nothing about the corporate world. They gave me a room for growth. They also taught me how the world works. So now I am proud to say from point A, I am now on point B. I know what's going on around the world.
Genso has done everything for everybody. It helps you grow. If you give your part, they give theirs. Yeah, it's caring. It's a caring place to be. and they do. They help as far as they can in every aspect.
On a personal level, I think that when the old man starts to continually sort of step out for both Dirk and myself and David and Catherine, they're just as much family to me as my brother is. But if we can continue at that pace and continue to take care of the guys on the ground that make this possible, it'll be a success.
We're a people's organization. I can buy assets. Assets is not a problem. Go to the bank or borrow the money or get the vehicle or get the asset to do the work with. None of it works without the people. We wish you could make everybody's life better. But unfortunately, one can only do that much. That's where we want to go, is to improve the quality of life of our staff.